I'll be taking you back to 2001 with this Chevy S10. Now this vehicle got towed in by a viewer, and he said his complaint was that the vehicle just doesn't want to start anymore. So the first thing we did to confirm the customer's complaint, got in the vehicle, and it is not starting. Look over on the passenger seat, we have the classic starting fluid. These Vortecs were known for low fuel pressure problems, keeping the poppet valves from opening. So a common workaround on these was to remove the air cleaner like so. Give her a couple toots. Come back in the vehicle. Abracadabra. I came in here. As you can see, we have a Schrader valve there. I just so happen to have something that fits that Schrader valve. If you've seen what I seen, the fuel pressure was much lower when I was cranking, and then when I let off the key, it went up. Sometimes that could be due to a weak battery. As we see, there's a newer battery in this one, but it's a 650 cranking amp. We'll hit OK, and we'll see where this battery tests out to be. 454. So we are a little bit on the low side, but what we could do is put a battery charger on this. We're going to give it no other assistance, but just simply cranking it. Abracadabra. Almost every time. Now this could also be due to a bad ground, so we want to go over and verify everything, but as you can see, our fuel pressure is much better. So mind you, this all took place the other day. So I put the vehicle up on the lift. I was like, okay, if we put a new battery in there, it'll probably start more frequently. Maybe once in a while need an extra toot. Still a typical sign for those fuel pumps when they're getting weak. In addition, he had a fuel filter sitting on the passenger seat. So I went to pop off the old fuel filter, put a new one on there. Maybe that little bit of extra resistance with the new battery can buy this guy some time. As you can see, the vehicle is not in the best of shape. And then I came down, I was searching for the fuel filter, and I'm like, okay, here's the fuel line. And I was like, it's just sitting here, that's no good. I started digging a little bit further. You see a lot of beam clamps, and then this got my attention, and also this workmanship here. And then I started looking at the lines. I mean, even if I do this favor for the guy and get this thing up and running, he could go right outside before he even leaves the parking lot and blow a brake line. I just feel terrible. So then I started following this back further. I seen this red wire, and I'm like, oh, I wonder where that goes. And that's when I seen the frame. And she's pretty much gone. You come back here, it's just as bad. I put my finger through it. So this whole wheel arch back here is rotted away. And a lot of times the proper fix on these is to replace the fuel pump. And if I drop the tank to fix it right for the guy, these brake lines and everything else in this frame that's rotted is not going to pass safety inspection. You don't see too many of these four-door S10s on the road, and evidently this one hasn't seen the road in some time either. But I'm going to have to pass this video along. This is going to be for the owner as well. Unfortunately, the extent of rust and everything underneath this vehicle is further than my bandwidth can allow. Surely I could go in there, replace the fuel pump, but I would feel terrible if he went down the road and those brake lines blew or that frame broke. So as much as I would love to return the favor and give something back to a veteran, unfortunately this one is just a little bit too far gone. If any of my viewers out there can think of some other alternative, by all means, please leave your feedback.